Okay. I hate it. I forget to hit done. I put in the flippin' title of the stream and then I forget to hit done. So then it goes live with the wrong title and it's like, ooh, can I? And I didn't hit start on that either. Dadgummit. I was like, oh, the podcast I like, they're looking for questions for this thing. And then I'm like, oh, well now let me spend half an hour on 30 seconds of audio. Because I have to record it a few times to say, oh, well, okay, I guess that's good enough, I suppose. Man, recording audio, I think, is the scariest thing for some reason. Going live on a stream, no problem. Actually, like sitting and recording a thing, so scary. Even if it's written out, even if I just have to read a document, it's just not. It's a tense thing to do. I wonder if that's part of like stage fright for me. Is just if you have to do a specific script versus I just make something up. Because do I think stage, like, getting up on stage would be scarier if, like, basically, could I do improv in front of a whole bunch of people? Or would that also still be scary? Is it, like, the number of people? Or is it, I know it's definitely the, like, recording process is scary. Okay, I keep messing with... Okay, so do I want to mess with some gameplay stuff for a bit, or do I want to mess with some upgrade stuff for a bit? Probably a little of both. Because the... probably shouldn't be sample scene. It's probably let's remake all of the everything, but maybe not just yet. Oh, and I did double check that this was live, because that's why it took me a little longer to hit actually, like, start on the stream, was to make sure that this was, in fact, live. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do wonder when Brainoid is gonna come back. I know. Sounds like successfully did a move or something, or still moving or something, I don't know. But I hope that's going well. Okay, the first thing I wanted to do is I had the idea of... Okay, well, there's two things I wanted to do for the actual... Because I have it so that you delete the buttons and stuff now. I was playing some Super Auto Pets. I got back into Balatro and I got back into Super Auto Pets. So... Why do you still have the same title? Okay, it looked like the stream had the correct title, but Stream Elements didn't pick that up, I guess. Yeah, okay. That has the correct title. I could have just hit done on it. I didn't need to restart the stream again, but... It'll make it easier for when I go back and look at Twitch, when I see the title that I meant and not the title that I accidentally hit go on again. Although figuring out some game goals and life goals is a good thing too, but... Okay, I had some ideas for what I wanted to do for the flow of the game. The two things I wanted to mess with is, for now, just get rid of the real-time gameplay element and just say once the ball is rolling, you're locked into whatever you selected, which will make it so that you can't do an infinite loop that way. And then secondarily, make it so that when the bumper bounces, it disappears the bumper. Well, I guess it's really just making the board so that you can't interact with it. I guess update on close, sure. Okay, but the bumper, when it is collided, when it's collided with a ball, play bumped, and then switch. Or maybe we just destroy it. I've now made a new enemy AI that predicts player movements. Just trying to dodge the enemy no longer works, and staying around the edges is a lot more dangerous. Neat. I did see the experiment that you posted on the Discord of Unreal's machine learning stuff, I guess, whatever it was. Okay, so now I'll just do it, destroy this. No, this is like a... I need to tell... okay, wait, how do I do it here? When it gets clicked. How does it delete itself when it gets clicked? Because it's the same thing. Shoot. The... on pointer, enter, mouse over, on pointer, exit. It's just the mouse over stuff. It's the physics.ball.update direction. No, it's when you click on it with a right click, which I guess is under the game manager then, is how it deletes the thing. Well then, shoot. That's totally forgot about the ads. Okay. Yeah, here. Oh, and it just destroys the object. Wait, does it not? I was gonna say, it should be erase the object, because then... I thought I got rid of the ability to place multiple in a spot, but... Okay, yeah, see, something like that is ugly AF. I need to rewrite all of this, but I want to get a working game, and then I can rewrite all of it. And I can destroy it and build it again. I'm in the the sketch phase. I'm in the sketch phase of the drawing, and then I can go back with a pen and solidify it. The machine learning would be the next step of the enemy AI. Now that the current AI has been fixed or at least improved, I trained the machine learning AI to defeat my current self-made AI. Once I learn how to do that, replacing current. It's not even 5 minutes in. I guess technically this is 10, but once they learned how to do that, I'd replace my new current AI with the machine learning one. Yeah, okay, so you have some kind of solution, and then you're gonna do some other kind of solution. Okay, also, I'm already standing. All I do now is stand. If I sit for any length of time, my back is unhappy. Although, because it's ads, I am gonna go lie down for 2 minutes.
Blinding lights, lost in your eyes, feeling the pressure. You and I, spending the night, chasing forever. For you, oh no, I'd be your one and only. Don't let me go, don't leave me lonely. Say you'll stay through the pain, say you won't go running. Let me in through your veins, get off on my loving. Say you'll be here when your head starts to clear. When I'm drowning, just say you'll jump in. Stay the same, Holding on to words that you said back in the beginning. All along, they stay in my head. I'm feeling you shifting. For you, oh no, I'd be one and only. Don't let me go. Don't leave me lonely. Say you'll stay through the pain. Say you won't go running. Let me in through your veins. Get off on my loving. Say you'll be here when your head starts to clear. When I'm drowning, just say you'll jump in. Stay the same. Be here, babe. Give me all or nothing. Give me all or nothing. Give me all or nothing.
Okay, the two things I wanted to do are get the bumpers to disappear when they get bumped instead of, or well, I guess it would be after. So after the animation is played, then it destroys itself. Which, actually, I could just hook that into the animation for the thing then, right? So, if we do... Why in the heck is it not pulling up the animator for this? Because you don't have an animator. For this? For this. Animate. Why is this animated? Okay. For maximum confusion. Okay, then when this finishes its bumped animation, then let's say add an event. You don't have any script of which you can't. You're not like a thing that I can. Ah, boo. Okay, well the other thing was just destroying it without updating whether the. So let's just destroy. Let's just try destroying it and see what explodes. Yeah, definitely more fun and interesting than work. Just updating a document at work. I went from testing to updating a document. Oh, hello, hello. You caught me at a good time. I just started the stream. I'm used to getting raids at like the end of the stream. But howdy howdy, welcome welcome. Wow, this stream avatars just exploded, didn't they? Jeepers. So what I'm working on right now, I guess, how was your stream? I hope it went well. Do you have to be here again? As in you left and came back? I feel like it hasn't been that long. I've been streaming for 15 minutes. Okay, yeah, I'm not working on polish right now. Oh, we deleted the collider there because that's silly. Okay. There's a new thingy. How do you get it? What's a new thingy? I was like, this game I've been working on for a little while here. I do have a page where you can, oh, okay, oh, Pagorli's badge? Oh, for September? I'm assuming, oh, it's September 2025. I'm assuming somewhere. Also, howdy howdy there, Gron. I did play your game there. I don't know if you saw the feedback that I put, but yeah, some neat ideas. I don't feel like the balance made it so I could really understand it. Like I definitely did not understand the damaged or misprinted cards. It was just like, oh, it just removes the card game mechanics, so it's just stats, I guess. But great job on the theming. I liked the worms, and or at least they all felt like worms because they didn't have any kind of attack, and then it was like, oh, the fish have an attack, the birds have an attack and stuff. So Really didn't enjoy this in these 3 days. Like, as in post jam or like during the jam? I'm like, if you didn't enjoy during the jam, the game came out well. But during jam, okay. Well, that's making an entire card game in 3 days is that's a lot. Or yeah, making an entire digital card game too, not just a card game, but like a digital card game with all of the art and everything. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, and you had multiple levels, like with a themed guy and everything. It was like, yeah, I only saw some of the cards too. Overscoped for sure, yes. Yeah, making an entire card game for 3 days. Like, this is something that I would probably not select for a 2-week jam. if I was like, oh, let's do a card game, it would be like, that might be a bit much even for 2 weeks. Well, I don't know. I attempted an immersive sim in 2 weeks, and I got part of the way there. So yeah, no, I lied. I think, but that would be 2 weeks. I think if I were to do like an entire trading card game, that would be a 2-week jam, not a 3-day jam. Okay, so this is destroying the... Yeah, okay, parent forward. To transform that parent, that game object. Transform. I just need to remake all of this with an actual plan in mind. But this, I gotta finish the sketch first. I have to finish the sketch, then I can go back with a pen and fill it in. I was having problems with the theme and just jumped at the first idea I had. I've done that for a few jams, and now that because that's what I did with this jam, is I was like, okay, here's the idea I have. We'll just make one of those mob control games for like a mobile mob control game. And then I said, no, you know what? Let's actually sit and think about the theme. Like, oh yeah, that's the clip that I did, was the minutes of planning can save you. Or no, hours of development can save you from minutes of planning. And I was like, no, you know what? Wait a second. Let's do some minutes of planning. So I actually spent a little extra time. Okay, clunky AF, but that does let me do... Like, yeah, even that's clunky too. It's like I need to get a better like a drawing system. So you can say, okay, this is the path I want to take. And when you draw between these, it'll actually say, okay, that's where a bumper should be. That's where a bumper should be. Yeah, so now how clunky is it to do this? Yeah, it's like I'm not feeling any of these. Would this be like a discard or a... I guess, well, because, okay, in Balatro you have a discard, and Super Auto Pets you have a reroll. So that might be the thing to do here, too. Okay, now so how clunky is it to redo what I just did? Yeah, and I don't have 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have a straight right now, but that's fine. Well, because now here I am redoing the thing every time. I should be going for 6s at this point. Oh, it is just click on them. So maybe, oops. Okay, there's 6, 4. That'll get me reds at least. Yeah, okay. This, I need to find a better way for getting the bumpers placed. It's just a little too tedious right now. Okay, so now we go 6s instead of red. Oh, this is my final round. I have to score 60 points this round. That's not happening. Well, okay, 6s and it'll... Oh, it should... Oh, no, it was the end of that last round. Okay, so... Oh, and then because I can get rid of stuff a lot easier now. Let's see, wait. So can I loop over this twice? And then loop over this other blue one twice. Aha. And then that'll get me 2 oranges, and that'll get me 2 blues. There. And then it's also going to delete all of this after this. Maybe I just need a clear all bumpers button. Okay, and then the 3s. Yeah, that's probably more the idea, is to just do a clear all bumpers. Oh, and then this is still, it's locked. Now what if I just did a 3x3 grid too? I wonder if some of this would just, if I shrank the grid some. Because this, when I was looking at Super Auto Pets, it's, you get 3, and then it slowly gets up to, I think, 5 or something. The number of things in the shop is fairly low. But then the actual, like, because Bellatra, you pick 5 cards. Super Auto Pets, you're picking 5 pets. Here I have 24 spaces to put buttons. It's like, okay, yeah, no wonder this is a bit much. Now, if I cut the edges and did 9. The only issue being the bumpers. Oh, it's the orange there. So I would like to keep the orange theming going. Oh, and I can't move the 3 once I place it. But I guess I could get rid of like the 2 or something. I don't know what I'm... Oh, wait, I wanted to go... Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna double loop over the 3. Okay, yeah, I gotta do something about the bumpers here too. It's just not working out. Yeah, and then it's like, okay, the 6s is probably more the way to go, other than the oranges. Okay, well, I can keep the oranges for now. Oh, and this isn't gonna give me all the 6s. Okay, wait, no. Let's do a whole bunch of oranges. Yeah, see, this might be a bit too much. I don't know, I like the idea that you can do this kind of thing if you wanted to. Where you can make these crazy paths that hit, like, all these things repeatedly. But then... I might also... Hello, welcome. Again, I need to get better about doing like an introduction to myself too. Okay, wait. The 2 things that when a raid happens, you ask the person. This is one of those, like, we make another list of maybe not on the stream checklist, but like, okay, the raid is, how was the raid, and secondarily, here's me. Oh, a shout out. Wait, is slash shout out or something, right? Shout out slash user, or slash shout out username. There we go. It's well after the fact, but I'm getting used to it. There we go. Yay! Okay, well after the fact. Trying to play Soul Charge, but whenever I get an opportunity, everyone's asleep. Yeah, thank you for at least trying to try it. But and I did have a mic sensitivity in there that may or may not work. It really just makes the ball bigger as opposed to like making the mic more sensitive. That's really what I was trying to do, but I didn't figure out the right solution for that. It has been fun seeing people have fun with the game, because it's like, it doesn't feel like it should be that much fun to just scream into a mic for a while, but I've heard people say that it's fun. We'll see how the actual scores play out after the fact. I'm thinking it's going to be below average. I think it's going to be subpar. But I think visually, I got the visuals pretty good. I was proud of the visuals. The planet is a little jank, but I also think that fits with the kind of Dragon Ball vibe that I was going for, so... Okay. Yeah, because I could also do these as... No, it's like you want to have a small snowballing set of things here. That's gonna take forever to figure out how to do an actual like path drawing kind of thing to then actually place these bumpers. And I do have it on the scroll wheel, but that also requires like a temporary like placement thing. But trying to go off of that indie dev clinic whatnot thing that was saying figure out what the unique fun thing is about your game, and then you can polish all that other nonsense later. So that's the attempt here. Of which I need to figure out. I guess I'm still like... I guess some of it is like, how much do I want to have these things move around? Because it feels like there's... The pathing over the different numbers, I think, is an interesting, cool thing to do, but I also think it's fiddly as heck right now. And I don't necessarily know how to make it a little less fiddly as heck. I guess I could try, just as a quick test, just cut it to a 9x9, and then see, is it more fiddly? Like, how fiddly is it if I just do a very small grid? Okay. Yeah, I'm not fixing bugs right now because we're trying to feel out the gameplay first. I can go back and fix the bugs later. Bugger off, that was perfectly placed. And you're just being finicky because all of it's finicky, and that's very much something that, for making this an actual thing, it needs to be fixed. But until that moment, yeah, it's such a small grid. Oh, I could do multiple 2s. Is that gonna score better than this would, though? Yeah, now I have to redo the thing that I was doing. I don't know, maybe we... Because I do like seeing the animation and stuff, too. It's like... Okay, I think there just needs to be a... destroy, or like, remove all bumpers button. That in most cases you're not going to need, but in case you want to redo everything. Yeah, because I guess it's the same thing like a store or a shop in a different game, where you just re-roll the shop. In this case, you're just like getting rid of all of the bumpers. Okay, again, the quick, dirty answers. That's... I really do like the idea of this is just a drawing. I'm just sketching right now. I'm not making a full game. We're just sketching. Okay, let's just clear the bumpers. Button. I said I was gonna upgrade the UI. And then that hasn't happened. And I don't know that that's actually what I'm doing. Well, it's because it's that, again, the hubris of thinking, I made the game, it's all good to go, now I just need to make it better. And it's like, no, you gotta make the game a few times. It's gonna be many different iterations before you actually land on the thing. Okay. UI... No, that's yeah, that's that. So give me another menu button. And then this is the clear bumpers. Okay, and then the text for this is going to be clear bumpers. Yeah, okay, so this is one of those buttons. And then you... Oh, I did W. So maybe we do that here too. And then when it goes here, there we go, okay. Kind of like the square, everything square kind of idea, but it's either, I guess I could shrink the text or... That's, again, we're not... Not what we're doing right now. It's gonna bother me though. That's sort of a solution. Okay, so now this button needs to be tied into the game manager, and the game manager needs to have a clear all the bumpers, of which it should have a list of bumpers, which I thought this was supposed to be part of that. Yeah, where it says this erase, where it has like a special thing for that erasing, and then it also, I thought, yeah, pipes.add. Okay, do I actually do anything with this? Or is this just like a, maybe in the future? No, I don't actually do anything with this. Yeah, okay, because that's what that is actually supposed to be, is remove it from the list of bumpers. And then delete the bumper. That's what this is supposed to be. So bumpers dot find this. That's the collider. So game object dot name or game object dot. Oh, and let's double check that this doesn't go into somebody else. There we go. Okay, so maybe not name. No, it's looking for a game object though. Though. This. And then these are not useful. I keep looking at this because I'm like, oh, I never tried looking at these. And then I look at it and go, there's a reason why I never looked at these. Because I'm like, that doesn't... I did put it in a string though. Game object. Fine. There we go. String name. Yeah. Oh, game object. What was I actually doing? Oh, the list. In the list of bumpers. It's just a list of game objects. Okay, wait. It's not. Is it find? Or is it a different one? Index of. That's... Yeah, okay. Thank you. Then I want the game object. Yeah, every time I go to write something, I'm like, I need to rewrite this. But no, we're in sketch mode. I'm just sketching. Okay, so the index of that game object. And then I want to remove it. Remove at yar. And then I can destroy it. What are you putting in there? You're putting in the parent, aren't you? So actually this then. Yeah, I need to just put all of the things on the top object or something like there too, so. Oh, then the remove that object is enough? Yeah, okay. Oh, it's just because I was thinking I need to find it, and this will find it. Remove. There we go. Yeah, okay. There. I just wanted to make sure it's removed from the list. And then destroy it. Right? What in the heck was I doing? Oh, this was the list. I wanted to just have an ability to clear everything from the list. To have a clear bumpers thing. I have the public stuff somewhere. I did, okay. Okay, I just need a clear bumpers. That was the whole thing, was I wanted to make a clear bumpers button. Yeah, okay, I have clear colors, so we'll do a clear. Clear bumpers. Although this is probably more like a remove. There should be another method that I then just loop through all the bumpers to do this with, but okay, so this is bumpers. Okay, this is loop through all the bumpers. So for each game object, bumper in bumpers. Maybe if this will, it's letting me do that, and then destroy the bumper, because that is the parent object, I believe, hopefully, and then bumpers.clear. Bumpers. There we go. Okay, so then I'm not even using the remove anyway. Not really. Okay. There, so maybe I can go into here and attach that bit to this, to you, and you, and you, clear. I've been Bruce with eyewitness nose, and clear. I don't know why I'm thinking of Bruce Almighty yet again. I know that was when the Down to Jam was starting and somebody put erode as one of the themes. Definitely thought of Bruce Almighty with eroding. The bedrock of my life is eroding beneath me. Eroding. Okay. So now I have the clear bumpers. None of y'all match up. Yeah, okay, in a lot of cases I don't think you want to clear all the bumpers anyway. But there are some cases where you do, so that's kind of why I wanted to leave it. I want more sixes, just give me sixes. Oh, dadgummit. Ooh, okay, lots of fours. It seems It's too small like this. This does not feel like I have a good space to play like this. Oh, I did not do that well, but that's okay, whatever. And dadgummit, it feels like there's something here, but... Oh, and then because I'm hitting all the fours. Yeah, it's not scoring super well, but... More blue floors? More fours at any rate? 6 would probably be a better idea. Yeah, this feels too small. This feels too constrained. I don't know. There's something really cool here. I feel like there's something really cool here, and it's still not fully revealing itself. And I don't know if it's upgrades are the answer or not. Upgrades, I think, would definitely help, but... Yeah, okay, because I initially had it as the buttons were locked in place, but now you can remove them at least. Why are you being such a butt?
I can tell you that I love you. We can act like this is new. No day with no clue. On the face, but you
Do I throw that 1 in here? I don't really need to, but... Oh, that breaks the yellows. Well, no, that'll score 3 yellows. Oh, it's not gonna score 3 ones. So it's not really gonna help me. Okay, well, I can score 3 yellow. It's not hitting these 3s 3 times anyway. It's definitely too tedious right now, but... So, would having some kind of specific upgrade that says, hey, you want a bunch of yellows, or hey, you want a bunch of a certain number. Because that's the thing, it's like I can clean up this so that you can just draw out a path and say, okay, this is the path I want to take. And then every time you go from here to here, it's like every time you go across a diagonal, that it would put a bumper. Well, I guess it'd be, yeah, there. When you go there, there, there. It would put a bumper in that space. But none of this is detecting that great anyway. So... Yeah, but that's the question too. It's like, okay, well now I'm just kind of sitting on this 1. And I get, well, that's part of the reason for upgrades and stuff too, is that it kind of gets you to like change your suit or whatever. It gets you to switch and try to upgrade stuff. I don't know, that might be in the spirit of just sketching things out and stuff too. Like adding upgrades to this. That might help inform how much it gets reconfigured. And then how much you want to mess with like upgrades and stuff. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't get like a ton of, like if you had a couple of like upgrade buttons or something somewhere too. Yeah, it's just, and I keep, the reason I was trying to do a smaller thing was because it's like, maybe I should pull up some of these main inspirations. Okay, also, I'm gonna go lie down for a couple of minutes again while ads run. But no, you didn't miss much. Mostly just waffling. Mostly just been bouncing back and forth on like, how do I make this more interesting? So that was also possibly going back to, did I have, man, this would be fun to play with, the actual like level maker tool. I mean, they added, because I was like, I haven't gotten up to like houses and stuff, and I'm like, I have one level left that I haven't done. And I'm like, oh, I can mess with a background. I haven't messed with backgrounds. I can change the color on the camera. That's a super simple thing to do, right? I just gotta go into the camera and then go into here and then go into the color, and it's like, no, I don't need to be doing the background color equals a random color. Oh, wait. Color manager. I have a color manager. That's gonna be maybe not the best idea. But also colored at random is probably gonna be a bad idea too. Random.color rather. Random.color. Okay, this is not what I'm doing. I swear, I'm not changing the background color of the camera. That was not. I'm just looking to fill time because I'm like, I don't know how this design is gonna work. It's close. It's like that other card game that I was doing, that like abstract tactical card game thing. I'm like, ooh, this is close to an idea, and then it was like, okay, designing a whole bunch of different cards is a lot. And then here I am, like, let's do another roguelike where I gotta design a bunch of different things. The dangerous thing I did that resulted in a blue screen was trying a new version of the game, now with improved enemies. Doesn't feel like it should destroy it that bad, but I guess it could. Yeah, okay, I don't know if blue screen was completely killed the computer and restart, or if it was just killed the air. Just pause it for a little while. Doesn't feel like it did anything to the camera color. You've got just like a basic camera color, right? Camera. Camera controls. Isn't that what I just messed with, or no? Yeah, you have a camera. And the camera controls. Which is the main camera. And then, is it you? Are you causing the issue? Did I skip to the 2 build part? The game itself is fine, just Unreal packaging / building process was too much, it seems. Okay. Yeah, the Unreal, or I guess building in any engine, any big engine is difficult, it seems. This doesn't seem to be changing the camera color. Is it? Camera dot background color is equal to a random color. Or not? Do I have to put in a color? That time it worked? Congrats. Like I said, it's cool that you're doing like post-jam stuff too. You know, inspired enough to do post-jam stuff as well. But because you're like looking for work, right? Like, are these supposed to be portfolio projects, or like just for fun, or like, do you want to get into the industry? Because I know the industry is just bonkers right now in terms of people getting laid off and stuff. Oh, I did just kind of drag it over to. Okay, I'm supposed to be there. Yeah, I know my friend that we were working on that game for a while. Like he's working at Target now. It's like, that's, I guess, some kind of money, maybe? That's the other issue with it, is just like, I don't think that gets you all that much. Like, he was talking about paying off a car, and it was like, oh, okay. Like, but still, I just imagine if you're working at Target, you're also having to work yet another job too, so it's just that you don't have enough money to survive, which is insane and sucks. Okay, you're not changing the camera color, so it's not you. You don't appear to be the issue. I was looking at the camera controls, so I was looking at that. Okay, so color.red. Let's see if just doing a red. Is it the random color? And that's this is why I said I was not gonna mess with the camera color, because I'm like, the part of me that's like, yeah, this should take all of 2 seconds to put a line of code in to make the camera color change. And then it doesn't happen, and then I'm sitting here debugging it when I wanted to actually do other stuff. Like, make the game actually function. That's the focus. Make the game function that is not related to the background color of the camera. I just got sidetracked because I was like, oh look, they've got a background. And it's like, yeah, because they've been working on the game for a while. itch.io is having issues, isn't it? Yeah, and I was looking at Backpack Hero in terms of how it does its like number of items and stuff. Because this also does stuff with like pathing and stuff too, so. Man, on the long list of games I would love to get back to. And then I put Borderlands 4 on the top of the list. Which, yeah, that will be a Friday stream. That'll be Friday. We'll see what I do on the weekend, too. If I try to squeeze in some Borderlands 4 on the weekend as well. Because I don't have too many plans here, but... both portfolio and just for fun. I like to publish something to Steam, but I barely have... have it be barely successful enough that I can live off, but having a portfolio to have more opportunities of finding a job is still something I want as a backup. Well, yeah, it sounded like, because I've seen a couple of your jam games, or I guess, was 360 No Shot, was that a jam game? Yeah, but having a couple games in the portfolio is definitely good. It's something I keep thinking in the back of my mind, that I'm like, I should get into just... Well, and that's also, I'm on the same thing of like, oh, let me put something on Steam so that I can have that as a portfolio piece. And say, yes, I have a game on Steam that you can look at in wishlist. Like that I got up to the point of like, here is a game that you can play on Steam. And that was kind of what that other Stunt Planet was supposed to be, but I'm a little too obsessed with this idea, and not as confident in Stunt Planet as an idea anyway. That one would take some more retooling. I mean, this one's also going to take some retooling. This, I think, has some more potential. That's really what it is. I feel like this has some more potential. Okay, so... yeah, it's like, I find this fun and interesting to do all this to get the patterns going. So. Oh, okay, started as a jam game, but then misread the rules, didn't want to scrap 70% of the game to have it fit the rules, and then made it outside. Well, it's like I know Pagorli did the extra for the Down to Jam, just because of like missing deadlines, and I don't know if it was misreading rules or if it was just missed deadlines. Yeah, there is a lot of instances like this where you're like, that doesn't really fit with anything I've got going. Yeah, and I don't have straight scoring. That's fine. It's again. I need to do a little more ideation and retooling and stuff. Okay, it also needs to clear the ball when it reaches the zenith, I guess, the max score there. Yeah, it's so finicky. And it don't feel like it was that finicky before. I don't know what changed about it. Well, I thought I reset the score when it... Okay, I keep playing with it, which is a good sign, but it doesn't feel like it's a full compelling game here. It's compelling for me. I don't know if it's compelling for anybody else. It's like I put it so that people could try it, and they got absolutely no response from anybody, which is to be expected, but... Yeah, it's stuff like this. Like, I find this absolutely mesmerizing, so... Okay, that was the other ideation thing I was gonna do. I had... notes somewhere, right? Where did it go? I thought I had a thing about goals in games. Yeah, naturally I always... Okay. I'm not messing with that. I don't need these pulled up right now either. Okay, goals in... Yeah, I was gonna say, I looked at this link, didn't end up reading it, and then wanted to save it off so I could read it later, and then it apparently lost it. It's like... Yeah, it's not there either. Yeah, it's because I wanted to do this too. Goals being biggest number. First place as in racing games, certain configuration as in... Okay, this is, I guess, arcade. As in, like, high score games, this is racing. And then this is abstract. Okay, so, does this have any other, like, goals and stuff? Well, I know they kind of come together in certain ways, too, because it's like, okay, like a sports game is, the configuration is you put the ball in the other person's goal, and then it has a score element of how many times did you do that. Well, and I think that's what I said, is that it's supposed to be about finding patterns. Yeah, good gameplay should incentivize pattern recognition. And right now you can make patterns, but the game does not incentivize pattern recognition. Where you're like, okay, I have a purple and I have another purple, but it doesn't necessarily tell you, okay, that's what you're looking for. Okay, that would take a while to read. We're not... Okay, that's... So why I had this... So why I wanted this link to look at later somewhere else. Okay, and this is why I'm thinking I need to add... Yeah, because there's a lot of, like, matching. I guess it's kind of a sub-goal. Or maybe not matching. It's like a match 3 is kind of a configuration. Packaging with the new AI for DirectX 11. I'm hoping for it to live. No blue screen. Good luck there. Cross your fingers and I guess hope God helps you. I think it was saying cross your fingers is also a God related thing. It all goes back to God. Which is odd because I'm not religious, but apparently that is seeped into everything. Okay, maybe I do want to just try, so let's just take the tiles, put some text on them, and that makes it so that it upgrades and updates for the different vectors that I have. Yeah, because there's no merging. That's one thing that... Yeah, Balatro does not do like any merging of cards, but something like Super Auto Pets, you can merge the pets together for better stats and stuff. Okay, then that's just thinking of the different vectors of gameplay. I have the different type, which in this case is colors of objects. I have the different numbers, and then I have the different positions of the buttons on the board. Okay. Yeah, so let's just try that as the upgrades and see if that incentivizes some more interesting gameplay. And I guess that's the same thing with poker, is that like even poker, the actual card scoring was not interesting enough to carry the game, and that they added the entire like betting on top of it to make it more interesting. And I know that's something that Blitz does. Blitz is that card game that I've played a ton of times with my family. And that one's partially like try to get the highest score, but it's if you score 31, as in you have 2 face cards and an ace, all of the same suit, then the game just ends. It's just, oh, you won, and then everybody essentially takes damage. And I don't know if there's a way to do that, too. If, like, okay, if you have... Well, I guess something like Balatro doesn't really have that. I guess that's another goal you could do, is, like, sorting through a whole bunch of buttons to get a certain configuration. But okay, whatever. It's the upgrades. That's the thing to mess with now, is just the upgrades, just to see... That might inspire some reconfiguring some stuff too. Okay, I never added the text. I did add the text to the tile. Okay. So now how do I want to do the tile upgrade stuff? I mean, the obvious answer is going to be like... the orange scores double, like certain numbers scores double or something. Like those are the very first jokers that you have. Obviously not the most interesting jokers in Balatro. Yeah, and I think it's going to be complex enough with a bunch of items on a board that are all interacting with each other. Because I know there is the option of doing something like a Super Auto Pets, or even like the previous game I did, where it was, here's a bunch of cards that have a bunch of effects that you have to read. And congrats. Congrats on making progress, unlike myself, who's just kind of yap. Again, every time, I just sit here and yap instead of feel like I accomplish anything. Yeah, but that's a measurement of... Am I sitting down and trying to do game development? Yes. That is the goal. It's not to actually... Yeah, here. Yeah, this is the one where I had... Doing the text for these different cards, I think, is a bit too much. And it is something like Super Auto Pets. I know I was getting a little overwhelmed with Super Auto Pets because of the fact that I'm like, oh, now there's these toys that also do something, and then there's also the... Well, it's like I have to read all of the, you know, this triggers that kind of effects and stuff, and even that, you know, wall small. And Balatro does keep that to the Jokers, so it's like the actual core... Yeah, I guess Backpack Hero, you have to read every item and stuff. But you don't necessarily have to read every card in Balatro just because of the fact that there's, you know, a good chunk that aren't necessarily going to have extra effects and stuff too. Wowee. I've been getting enough sleep and stuff. I've been having like super chill days because I haven't even been going into the office because they're working on the parking lot. So why in the heck am I yawning like I'm tired? Okay, backpack, hero items. Yeah, because this is one of those games where every item has all sorts of like related text to it and stuff. Which I think is some really interesting design. But like I said, I think I want to just kind of hone in on the core pattern matching. Because that is what this boils down to anyway, is the like, oh, I want, you know, potions, I want accessories, I want consumables, I want common items or uncommon items, or... Oh, windshield wiper? Interesting. I want to get back into play this at some point again here too. Yeah, because these also have energy costs for battles and stuff too, and then all of these. Well, because that was the same thing with Loot Plot too, is that there was just so many items that had so much text, and then there was... And that is why I want to do just the pure, like, numbers and the pure scoring stuff and saying, like, this has a whole bunch of different effects. Yeah, the core base items should not be super complex. Is the goal, because then everything else being layered on top of it is going to add so much complexity, ideally. Yeah, there's the tooltips. Did it actually not show? Okay, there's one of the ones that shows the tooltip. It says how it activates, what it does when it's activated, and then... Yeah, they made it as clear as possible, but it's because of the fact that there's just so many things that all have this kind of stuff. I don't know what tangent I was getting on there, but... Yeah, and that's... I keep wanting to go back to, like, can I get rid of the score entirely? And it's like, that was not the goal here. I do want to have the score as an option. But it's, I kind of want to get some of these other ideas in here too. But this is the easiest one to handle. And even like if you're thinking of like an end game for any kind of game, is going to be speedrunning, which is a number of can you do it the fastest, which I guess is racing, but it might also be like, well, I guess it's high scores. It's either high score or racing are kind of the end game of any game. either go big or you go fast. So it comes back to what in the heck was I gonna do for the upgrades? How in the heck am I gonna make the upgrades? Okay, so the tile. Let's just, like I said, this is not good, and that's the point. We're sketching right now. Okay, scripts, tile. So if I use the tile as the upgrade item, actually, have I tried dragging these onto the board? Yeah, okay, I had the poker chips and then realized, wait a second, those are gonna look like buttons. But then if I do the tiles, those are gonna look like, it's like, Oh, okay, the poker chip I did not add text to. Oh, you didn't get the outline shader. It's, again, a polished thing that I don't need to be worried about. Okay, there. But that one did actually take 2 seconds. Okay, cool. Well, what do the tooltips look like for Balatro? Because they do just have the image for the card. It's not like it says this does. I'll have to look at the tooltips again later, but... Okay, that's looking just fine. Now, is that gonna get confused? Like, is that gonna look like a good upgrade thing, or is that gonna be... Well, it's probably just gonna need an image as opposed to the text on it. That's really what it is. That's kind of why I was thinking the poker chips, because that looks, I think, a little more like a badge kind of thing. I don't know, might also be... Also, you need the outline shader too. And then because this one actually does take 2 seconds. Yeah, okay, there. That does pull it off of the other thing a little better. Okay, and then I could do... Yeah, I could just switch the tile color and then put like a ×2 for the thing. Yeah, okay, because this was just a straight up. Adds the molds. This is a straight up. The different ranks. This is a different scoring. Oh, and then this is chips instead of mold. Yeah, and again, a lot of these are scoring related. Yeah, this is actually breaking how the scoring works. Yeah, okay, the rest of these I think are a little more crazy. Okay, I think it's because you're placing a lot of round buttons. For now, let's do tiles. This is what the upgrade item looks like. Okay, so then the tile script. Okay, did I make the script? It does not look like I made the script. This is a folder. And got it. Okay, tile, script. To make a new script. C# script. There's an easier way to do this. I always forget. then we slap that onto the prefab, the tile, and this is just going to be... Oh, and then I gotta make a... Okay, here. Scripts. Yay, ads. I can go lie down and then come back. Although it's been, no, it's only been an hour and a half. I keep expecting it to have been hours, but that's just because I stand around for hours now with my standing desk. Oh yeah, I'll be going back to the office at some point, but I was like, my back started feeling just a bit better. And I'm like, I don't want to cram myself into a car, and if I have a good excuse to not do so, I'm gonna not do so. Okay, this needs a... select the button here, has a text. Yeah, that's the thing. It's one of those, like, it's gonna be somewhat similar. But I also don't know if every item is gonna have a number and a color and all that, too, so... And even this is not necessarily going to... It's like, it's gonna be its own thing, but the way it's gonna work for now... For scoring and stuff. So then I do the... Yeah. Now I'm like, oh, color palettes. That's the mentioned for that. Like, yeah, because I don't think... Oh, I should just be reading that off of an image or something. So that I can insert different color palettes. Would be a better idea. Okay, this is not where you were supposed to be doing that anyway. Okay, how does the color manager work again? It's a color palette, yeah, okay, so it does have a color palette. So then if I go back to the button, okay, and then because ads are happening, I'm gonna go get off of my feet. Should probably drink some more water at some point too. And yes, I do have the I do have the old version. Oh, well, because the name was the same, it overrode it. Okay, yeah. I can send your game back to you if that's what you're asking about. If that's what you, if you need or want there. But I do have it, at any rate. Found the build had a backup. Well, that's good. Oh, it's because I sat down. That's why. And then we'll see how long it takes before I'm like... so far, it's been about 5 to 10 minutes where I'm like, nope, that hurts. Going back to standing. Yeah, I tried a hot pad on my back. And it was the day after that my back felt better. So I tried a hot pad on my back again today. And we'll see if it feels better again. Or what? I don't know. Because that was the thing too. It wasn't that my back felt immediately better. It was that my back felt better the day after. And I was like, are those things related or is it just coincidence? Coincidence, I think not. And yes, immediately sitting and I'm like, nope, doesn't feel good. Immediately. I really hope one day my old body can heal just slightly enough. But we'll see. I know it's kind of like a chronic thing too. There's also such things as chronic pain, and maybe that's just where I'm at, is that sitting for any length of time is no longer an option. I know my mom definitely has trouble with it, so I'm like, uh-oh. Right. Turning 30 sucks. Oh, well, okay, I'm a couple of years into 30 now at this point, but okay. Fluffin', what the heck was I doing? I was here. The prefab for you. Dragging in the text here. The mesh here. Oh, and then I was getting distracted by the color manager of what did I have on the button for the color manager here? Nothing. So then how is the color being set? Is that through the game manager, color manager? Yes. Okay, there. And okay, so yeah, I have it separated out into a different color palette. Oh, duh, that's what's setting the camera color. Right? Is this what's setting the camera color? Which is why the camera is not doing it. This shouldn't be setting the camera color. It very well could be, but it shouldn't be. It is setting the camera color to whatever the current palette camera color is. Okay. Next time I do a jam, I'll just call the game files themselves title jam to prevent overwriting the file accidentally. That is why I do a lot of just dates. Is that that separates the make sure that the file is different. And it gets overwrote for that day if I don't do like different versions for the day or anything, but and I know there is the like version 0. Whatever. But I never know how many versions I'm gonna make, and it's never that big of a plan typically, so my hack is to just use the day. And then have it pointed out when it's, hey, what is the file for your jam game? And it's like, oh, it is just the date that I finished it. Okay, so that's why the camera color wasn't changing this, because it's the current palette camera color. So is there a way? Oh shoot, what is the thing? Pixel art. Are you the one that has the color palettes? Palettes? No. This is not the one I was thinking of. Oh, what's the other one? It's a gray website. Dang it. Is it under the... Yeah, I was gonna say, I have so many flippin' links in here, though. It's probably not gonna help me a ton. But I do see... I guess pixel scaler, not the same thing. Low spec! Okay, it is in here. That's what I was thinking of for color palettes. Sure. Yeah, okay, low spec was the one that I was thinking of. I mean, the palettes in here. Download a palette file. Yeah, at some point I should... So what is a palette file? Oh, it's a PNG image, or a PAL, or a Photoshop, or a Paint.net, or a GIF, or a hex. So it is a PNG of one, or a PNG image of that. Okay. Yeah, because that's the other thing, is that not only do I want to do... Yeah, it's stuff like this. Of like, so what does it look like if I do one of these? I guess, sure, download it. That is so impossibly small here. And then where is it downloading it to? That's 8 pixels? That seems pretty big for 8 pixels. There, okay, that I can click on. Okay, in this case, I just have this web color picker, so let's just use that to make another color palette. Yeah, why am I testing this now? Because... Well, I guess I just wanted to test and see the color manager in action. Well, that gets into the Steam page kind of thing too. Is why am I doing the Steam page thing? I need to be figuring out the gameplay first. It's because I don't know what the heck I want to do for the upgrades. I need to figure out the upgrades. And, I'll add a new post-jam version leaderboard to Down to Jam. So the current high scores can stay, even though in the newer version it's way more difficult to reach those. Did Down to Jam have, like, a post? Oh, no. I know somebody's entry. They had specifically, like, you can click here to do the jam version or here to do the post-jam version. Yeah, I don't know if that would be a little too excessive for Down to Jam to have a post-jam leaderboard in conjunction with a jam leaderboard. I might get rid of that brown. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, I don't know how much of these are like people doing color theory or not, or if this is just somebody just put together something they thought looked nice or what. I don't really have a way to save off the Maybe we add that to the color palette as a like palette name. Oh my god, what? There we go. Palette name. Do you think me adding another leaderboard for the post-jam version is too much? Oh, as in like you... Oh no, you can add multiple leaderboards on down to jam already, can't you? I don't know how many people are going to actually use it or not, but I guess I was kind of surprised that my game did get played. Because the first couple of days there, I was like, oh, nobody seems to want to play this. And then in one day, like 3 or 4 different people played it, and it got rated and stuff, which was surprising. But yeah, this does give you an option to do a secondary leaderboard too. Because I thought the Oats game also did that as well. Heavy hitting, there we go. I was like, I know this was distinctly the one that had a, like on there, like when you click into it. Oh, it's because they did an actual high score leaderboard inside of the game. Yeah, but I forgot, it's like you can do that on the back end too. It's like I found me. I don't know if I threw me necessarily, but I did find me. Hidden fries. I didn't see any hidden fries, or did I? At least I wasn't looking for it. Oh yeah, you can do sumo rounds and wait. Yeah, okay. That's probably not too bad to just add another leaderboard then. Like I said, I don't know how many people are going to use it, but you definitely can add it. I forgot that that's an easy thing to do. It's not like a complex, crazy thing to do. Okay, no, the palette name needs to be at the top, not the bottom of the list there. And yes, about 10 minutes of sitting is about all I can handle before I'm like, nope, that is not feeling good. And kind of weird that it's like my back feels better, but also it's more sensitive to sitting. Either that or maybe I'm just noticing it now that my back is feeling a little better. That I'm like, oh, that's the pain I was in? Okay, so then this one is just basic. And then this one is... I could do the link even. Which maybe I will do. To say exactly where I got it from. This is just for testing purposes anyway, but... Okay, this is not what I was supposed to be working on. I'm supposed to be working on the upgrades and stuff anyway, but... Oh. Well, that might make this a little easier. Yeah, it's just because I got sidetracked. I'm like, wait a second, I haven't tested the color palette. Maybe we should try that. Just to see if the game looks different or better or what in a different color palette. Or at least I definitely wanted it to be easier to switch out the colors. Yeah, I'm making a game so abstract that it doesn't necessarily even have its own distinct color palette. I guess the objects are going to be their own distinct color, no matter what, though. Okay, so then the game manager is what's feeding in all the colors to everything else, though, right? So then if I put this color palette in there, now what does the game look like? Yeah, I'd have to figure out like a So are you or are you not feeding in the colors? Fab. Button. Do you have your own? Yeah, see, you don't look like you have your own color manager. Yeah, it's button. Color manager, and then the color manager should be coming from the game manager, and the game manager. I just switched out the color manager. Get this color manager. Oh, no? Oh, color palette, rather. Oh, no, okay, so no. The color manager. Oh, and I can just do a list of color palettes anyway. So what are you picking from? Oh, okay, there is no reason for the list of palettes. It's just the current palette is the thing. Oh, and that's the one I hadn't switched out. I switched out the palette and not the current palette. Okay. Okay, but I could do the current palette as a random palette, and there is multiple palettes now. Although... actually, for testing purposes, I do want the current palette to be the second palette, so the current palette is actually... okay, I guess we comment you out then. Is palettes. Palettes. Add one. The second palette. It's just because of the tiles. I was just thinking about, okay, if I do the tile color, that's a different color. Then I got distracted. Oh, I forgot the, yeah, here. Doing the grid space color? Oh, the grids. Yeah, okay, wait, that's background camera, the grid space, and the lighting. It's the other color that's around there. Can I do like a more sepia toned lighting? I guess I could put in one of these. Maybe we do like that orange glow. No, I don't need to be messing with this, but it's kind of fun to mess with the... Again, I'm just getting distracted with other stuff instead of the actual core problem that I'm trying to solve. It's the upgrades. I need to figure out the upgrades for the game. That is a wildly different game. Neat. I definitely do think the background color needs to switch out though, for sure. Well, that not sure how I feel about this as a color palette, but it got more touchy. It was happy about it for a while. Now it's just touchy. Gosh dang it, this is clearly like too finicky for anybody to play. Oh, those yellows are a little close. At least under this lighting, which would make sense because I was kind of curious how much more sepia toned I could get it. Ooh, and then maybe we actually just throw all this out and go for them 6s. Why is it so touchy? Yeah, it's like, what is... I think this is fun. I think this is interesting. I think this is cool. I think it's also a tad tedious. And I don't know if that is a... I should incentivize it differently, or if that is a... I should... Ooh, my goodness. Okay. Yeah, then I get sucked into the pattern magic, and it's like, yeah, okay, good job there, bud. That's why I keep thinking this is an interesting idea. Okay, but let's do a different color palette. Go back to the original. I liked the plain basic colors. That's what we're starting with. It's just plain basic colors, but cool. But I did make it so that you can swap it out. And that the lighting might have just been too much for what I was doing there. Okay. So good to know I can switch out color palettes easily enough. I did actually set that up correctly. Now, the tiles. Okay, so much like the button, it's going to be picking a color and a number. Like for now, that's just gonna be, no, it's not gonna pick a number, because that's gonna, the mold is just gonna be a ×2. It'll pick a color. Well, I guess the text would then be a number. Because it's the options. It multiplies it based on color, it multiplies it based on number, multiplies it. It doesn't have to be a multiply, but that's the, it upgrades it based on the color, the number, the... Yeah, this is really, I'm trying to add the basic jokers. That's what this is supposed to be. For now, just to see if you add the basic joker, does that make the game more compelling? I don't know, it's weird, because I'm like, I find this compelling, but it's also... Didn't I switch that out? Game manager. You're just pulling from the color palette? The color manager? Didn't I have you guys over here? I said, okay, managers are the first thing. Yeah, current palette is palettes 0. Which I didn't switch them out. So game manager. Yeah, color palette, palettes 0. Is it because I set this one? No? Oh, or did I reorder them? Oh, no, I did set this one to the wrong one. Okay, that should be that. That should be that. There we go. Okay. Sepia colors were kind of neat, but... But that is the thing, it's like I immediately start putting the buttons on the board. Oh, which the 3s were a better idea anyway.
I can tell you that I love you. We can act like this is new. Oh, David, no clue.
I mean, does it need more incentive for the different numbers and the different colors to say, okay, you want 3s specifically, you want something else specifically? I think kinda, yeah. Well, because that's the thing, it's like, would Balatro be nearly as interesting if it were just, can you hit the whatever card, or whatever score? Okay, yeah, no, let's just add the upgrade things just to see. Okay, just the color. We're just gonna do color upgrades. That's all it is. It's just gonna be a tile that has upgrades. And then is this gonna be separate or is this gonna be part of it? Because what the backpack hero does is that it's everybody's in one just big pile. Between weapons and shields and magic and armor and I guess a maggot and a snail. Interesting. Is that a bowl or is that like a mushroom stuff?
I can tell you that I love you. We can act like this is new. No, David, no clue. On my face, but what they say about us don't want no fuss. I can tell you that I love you. We can act like this is
I don't know what makes Backpack Hero more compelling. It is true. I did not, as much as I could pull inspiration from Loot Plot here, I didn't necessarily find this to be the most compelling. Also, wait a second. I'm on my home computer here. Is it not giving me a Steam estimate? Steam DB? Steam review calculator. Why do you look like you're grayed out? I don't want to remove it. I want it to show up. I want it to give me an estimate of the revenue. It doesn't look like an estimate of the revenue. Why are you grayed out like you're not... Why is it showing up when I oh. It is me pinning it, I guess. You don't seem to be doing it on the site, though. No Steam revenue. Well, I know partially as to why I find this compelling is because the music is just a flippin' banger. Yeah, this gives you so many options for... If they don't do like a merge. Seems like a missed opportunity. Yeah, okay, this is one of those ones that has a lot. Okay, what am I doing? I'm just sitting here trying to decide as to, like... My game doesn't feel like it's fun enough, but I also don't know exactly what the next step is to make it more fun. Well, it's highlighting the synergies. That's what it should be. It's just, okay, is this... This isn't necessarily highlighting any synergies between its items, though. I guess it is giving a lot more variety of items. Yeah, so I guess on any given... So even just the common items. If I just look up the common items, what is it going to give me? Because, like, Balatro, at least in the first round, it's going to give you anywhere between 52 different cards. This is something else. It's just accessories. Okay, yeah, but there's probably a good, like, 30 different... Well, I don't know. It's because it's, like, I guess technically you do have an ability to get between, like, 36 different items here. Oh, and I guess ads are happening. Okay. So how close can I get to... Oh, because of back here, that's why I paused it. So how close can I get to the upgrades? Not. Not very. Okay, so then, like I said, how am I doing the buttons? Because I just need to kind of sort of repeat that for now. In a lot of ways. Just so that it gives a certain color, so that then I can have both buttons and upgrades dumped into one thing for now. Which then I might bump it up to like 5 different things or something. I guess in Bellatra you have, what, 8 cards that you draw? And it's just cards. And then the jokers and stuff are all things that you get later. Yeah, so could do upgrades on a different thing there too. Well, it's just because I'm thinking of backpack here. Super Auto Pets does just pets, but it, well, no, I guess in the store you have pets, you have food items, maybe even toys since the last time I played it. Okay, but button. That's what I wanted to look at. See how in the heck I was. Oh, okay, that's why it's got a button all over the place. So would I try the new version with better enemies of the game, or do that someday else when I have other quality improvements as well? If you don't play it, I would go to sleep now. I'm also thinking of kind of calling it quits, so I'm totally fine with trying it now. And then it's because I keep starting earlier, then somehow not streaming all that much longer, but it's also because I want to get the Twitch clips. I got some of them, and I'm like, okay, I want to get the rest of them that I had. So obviously I didn't get any. I didn't press the button any times on this stream, so. No, okay, definitely. Then I could play your game and get some kind of clip or something. Right? Again, I've mostly just had another confusing stream of like, how do I make the game better? It's like, just make some basic upgrades and that should help. We'll see. And then I did. Gosh dang it. As much as I have that dumb dad blasted mother flippin' thing there, I still don't follow my silly list. I have a list and then I don't check it twice. So heavy hitter. You just yeah, okay. I think I'm yeah, okay, jam version. Does it matter which version? Will run better on some machines, worse on others. If the standard build doesn't work, then try that. Okay. Yeah, I clearly need to go to bed too, so I'll play this for a little bit and then I'll also go to bed myself. Man, this one's cool. Rat King is cool. Double finds brutal legend. It's just on here. Is this a new Punk Cake Delicious? Yeah, that's another one of those aspirational things. I'm like, maybe one day I can find enough time to play some of the Punk Cake Delicious games. Wow, this is a big game. There. I guess I could show off a different color palette to have something to show off on social media. Not that that's what I'm pushing for anyway. I'm trying to push for, okay, can can I make the game? It's like, what is the minimum viable amount of upgrades and stuff? That might also be like playing Rogue again too, just to see. Like that's the progenitor. What do they do to make it interesting over time? Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna go find some French fries. That's what I'm looking for because I don't have that achievement. So let's go French fries. Just grab some cheese real quick, I guess. So, looking for French fries. What are all those? Those are tiny. I think I'm gonna end up being pretty skinny. There's me. 60 kilograms, yeah. Not hugely. Wow. It entirely guessed where I was going. Neat. Cherries. Okay, they looked like cherries. The outline made it a little hard to tell what it was. Oh, did that... At least for this run, it started me in the same position. Okay. But I'm looking for French fries. Oh, I never found this bucket of pineapples. These don't seem to be a lot. No, wait, I was just at 60 last time. Oh, no, okay. So 90 versus 60. Oh, you were aggressive in your guessing where I'm going. Okay, so now we try this instead. You were so aggressive in your I don't want to fall off. There we go. Okay, so it entirely knows where you're going. But maybe I will try hanging out on the edge just a little bit. I think you do still run into the problem where you're both kind of... You don't have the momentum, so you're just waiting for the bigger version too. Hey! Okay, definitely more dangerous. Okay, but they're predictive. Okay, so it looks like it's just based on a vector that just says, okay, when you're moving towards, move the opposite way, it looks like, or something like that. Like, because I can also scare them too. That's the funny thing. Oh no, it was a little too much. Yeah, because they should be kind of charging at you, but then it's like when I charge at them, they go, oh, let me slow down, which is kind of funny. Okay, just looking for French fries, and that's it. That's all I want is French fries, so I can get the achievement. Oh, hey, secret French fries. Oh, they're right next to me. The not-so-secret me. Oop. That is funny that you charge at them and they stop. Yeah, oh, I think that was the other thing, is that maybe it should be resets your, Ah! Almost outran him. But you could take a bit more sumo wrestler inspiration, too, where it just resets you to the middle of the arena, where you're not actually, like, just hanging out somewhere, and that... Okay, are these... The bottles don't seem to be much. I kind of figured the... Okay, yeah. Ooh, 108. There we go. It's definitely harder. Okay, but if I just run real fast. Whoop! Okay, one more go with the real fast strat. Oh, these are a bunch of nothing, aren't they? My cabbages! I never did watch Legend of Korra. I only did watch The Last Airbender. And I'm not entirely sure if I'm missing out. I heard it was not as good, but that it's still a good show. That would be one I would almost want to rewatch. The original show. So can I? Now you are predicting it better. Okay, so like I said, can I just run really fast? Okay, I'm assuming cheese. Cheese makes you fat? No, I think cheese has a lot of fat. I don't know if it makes you fat necessarily. No, bread, that's what it was. Bread makes you fat? Oh no, I can get out the door! Also, the cherries are most likely not worth it. Okay, my question was, if I just run around the arena, which is not the easiest to do. No, definitely not the easiest to do. But it does get them to chase you off the arena. Okay, I think I'm good. I need to go to bed. But the AI is definitely more interesting. For sure. I don't know exactly what I was supposed to be testing. But... Oh, and then is there anybody here, or did everybody go to bed? And the answer is... There's a couple somebodies, possibly. And we want to go raid somewhere. Yeah, okay, did try running around a bit, and it was a little too dangerous. That's, yeah, clearly what I was running into as well, was like, seems to be a little too difficult. Okay, I was doing some dev stuff. Let's keep the dev stuff rolling. Anybody doing game dev? No? Nobody doing game dev? People doing Borderlands. I guess somebody doing art. It's not game dev, though. It's reading and writing. Softly reading books to relax to. There's some software and game dev. There's some scary pastry doing some software and game dev.
You're dealing damage. So they affect how much damage you deal.
I'm game dev, so go scare.
Makes more sense. Okay.
Finish fine. As in go scare somebody different.
Not even if it's
If you've got a recommendation, that's also fine by me. You said scare, so I'm like, wait, is that... okay, yeah. Because I also was looking at scary pastry. I was like, oh, there is scary pastry.
times your damage.
There
So-
will be moves that form a resistance to sleep, though. You're right. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the whole like counter. I feel
But
like
yeah,
the
if you-
whole
if you've
attack
got somebody
counter
new
system in
for me to
Pokemon
go
must be a fucking
scare.
nightmare at the moment.
I guess we will do that some other day. Oh, another Pomodoro
So-
game dev? Too much tomato? Possibly? So. You can
So
scare
just
fit, it'll
go,
work.
assuming
Do I need to
that we are that we
say
are
scary
the-
words or something? Or
And then we do.
it'll just happen. It'll be enough.
We do spawn active from class, right? And it's BP. Right. Okay. Spawn active from class. Current pawn type.
Very jump scareable. The raid alert will scare him. That's...
get
See,
active from class.
I fall in the same
Okay.
boat too. You give me a loud noise, that'll definitely
I know,
startle
like,
me.
current
So
pawn type. but because I can't still act a class.
Okay. And then I will be back tomorrow with more of this.
I know like the current
'Cause-
porn type.
I want to get the game to a good, fun spot, and I want to do it before the end of the month, ideally. We'll see. That's 2 weeks to figure out upgrades.
Soft path
We'll see if that
class.
happens.
Okay.
But I think if I do the basic, like just here's
Build a soft
a
path
certain
class
color
that
scores
makes
better or
it-
something, that we'll see if that makes it more
Alright.
interesting.
That might work.
Okay. But goodbye, good night. Thanks for
And
stopping
what
by.
I've got a soft class.
Have fun sleeping.
Soft class, a particular path.
Bye.
break soft class path, and then that path string. Okay,
Okay,
so then we
and
get
then
like
also
a
bye.
string from that, which is pointless, because like, can we get? Oh, Jesus!